you're stressing about right now where you're at, but then you think about where you were 5 years ago. You were asking to be in this position, being present, understanding that everybody runs their own race. Like it's because so and so maybe blew up real quick, and you taking a little longer to get there, or you're not there, but you think your stuff is better than them, or whatever. Just dead all that. You got to run your own race.
Oh no, you good. I think we're just lagging a little bit. It's all good.
I swear, because it was been thunderstorming in Houston. So if this thing cut off or whatever, I'm gonna get on this phone. I'm gonna put the Wi-Fi on the phone from the computer, and we gonna go that way.
Okay, bro.
But, bruh,
I appreciate that, bro. We'll get started. I'll ask you like the first just introduction.
all right.
So for the people watching, if you just want to introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about what you do and the content that you create.
I'll describe myself. My name is King. That's my real name. There's no, it's not a nickname or anything. That's my real name. I am an online coach as well as a content creator on Instagram and on TikTok. And that's about that. I just promote, what I'm saying, peace, happiness, and just give out information and knowledge about fitness and health and things like that. Just trying to help people out and help them just be better people in general, aside from in and out the gym. That's really it. Good vibes.
No, yes, sir. That's really one of my favorite series of yours is like the incense videos. It's just all positivity.
Fear. Why does it even exist? Are you scared of what might or might not happen? You'll never know until you do it. You went far. That's an old
Yeah, bro.
thing.
That's my favorite thing. I love doing the research and just going all the way down to the bottom and then working my
Yeah.
way up. Yeah, I love doing the research when I interview people on here. And
Yeah.
bro, when I tell you I've been binging your content because I'm trying to get like you know, a little swole. Uh, yeah, man, your content's great. So I just want to ask you a little bit about how you break through the noise in the fitness industry. So it's like obviously a very saturated market, and there's a lot of trainers, a lot of influencers, all that stuff. So how do you ensure that you're able to cut through the noise and make a connection with the viewer?
Man, everybody wants to be a content creator,
Mhm.
everybody. For me, it was I started doing this stuff for myself personally. I didn't do it to get likes. I didn't do it to get comments or sponsorships, nothing like that. I did it genuinely because I needed to keep myself accountable for what I was doing and what I said I wanted to do. And so if I would say, okay, I need to go to the gym. Okay, I'm going to the gym. But then having having a video record of it all, you understand? So I can actually see progress from last August to now. Whereas before, because I've been working out for a while, I don't have much pictures and things to show the changes and stuff like that. Just being genuine and authentic to yourself, myself, and making content that you want to create. It's not like oh, I'm following this. So and so did this, so I'm gonna do this, or they're doing that. That's cool. Or this is trendy, so I'm gonna do this trendy thing. No, because once the trends run out, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
So making content for yourself that you want to make, and people read through all of that stuff. Whether it's if you're genuine or if you're fake, people read through it all. And even if you are good at putting a mask on, you can only put a mask on for so long. So you
Mhm.
might as well be yourself.
Definitely. I think that's something that resonated with me too. I came across you in like March at some point. You posted one of like your transformation, I guess it was a video, but it was like pictures. And then it went to like the final
Uh-huh.
picture of you doing like a curl or something. And then I
Yeah.
started watching you and then like the mic'd up videos when I heard you just like how you talk to people in the gym and like you obviously don't get upset at people if they walk through the camera and stuff. Just little things like that kind of made me respect you a lot more as a fitness influencer because you know a lot of people have egos in this space. So
Yeah.
yeah, how
well,
important is it to be like genuine on that side, do you think?
well, you got to, because people think, like you just said, people have egos and things. And like
Mm,
when you get the name, you get the status, you get the like whatever it is that you get that you feel is gonna validate you, you're still human.
yeah.
We all put our shoes on the same, we all put our pants on the same, we all bleed the same. So, you can't get this idea in your mind like, oh, I'm immune to this, or oh, I'm better than this person. No, we're all still human. And I think having that understanding of regardless of what happens or what life path that we take or what decisions that we decide to make and decisions we choose to make in life, we're still human. We all make mistakes. We all have ups. We all have downs. We all go through things. So being at that level in the gym, especially just regardless of the name and things like that, whatever, how many followers you got, all that stuff, doesn't matter. You're still human.
Mhm.
So, and also at the gym, whether it's somebody walking through the camera or somebody's doing something incorrectly, or they ask you for help, or they ask you to spot them, it doesn't matter because you got to remember you were there at one point. But I don't know, man. Ego is a big thing for a lot of people. They get this idea that, oh, I have this or I have that, so now you can't talk to me or I can't associate with you. No, it doesn't. You're still a human. So aside from what you post on the internet and for everybody to see, how are you as an individual?
Yeah,
So like
definitely.
when I act on the camera, it's just when I'm off the camera. You know, um, in the gym especially.
No, definitely. I think a
Yeah.
lot of ego has to do with like insecurity too. Like you mentioned in one of your videos where it's like if someone's judging you for your progress, that's their own problems. And I find the same thing because like I talked to you earlier, I grew up playing basketball and stuff. All the guys that had the most arrogance were like the most insecure in their game, and they had to make up for it in some way. So it's the same way fitness wise or status wise, business wise, content wise, you know?
Yeah. Misery loves company. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, and I think just as you get older, you mature and things like that, the insecurities, you just get one with yourself. And once you realize, who you are, things like that, we all have them. And whether they go away or not, you learn how to recognize what they are, recognize how you act or react to these things whenever they do pop up or a situation happens, and you can maneuver differently from that as opposed to acting out normally or just trying to make somebody else feel down or whatever because you feel the way. But that does take time.
Yeah. Why do you think there's so much misinformation in the fitness industry?
Like I said, everybody wants to be a fitness influencer. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to do this. Everyone, I don't speak about things that I don't know about. I won't tell you something I don't know. Just because you have this status or this name or it doesn't
Hmm.
change. Like it's people on the internet that are fitness people, and they have all this stuff, but they're literally just models or something like that. They just go to the gym. It's a difference. I think when you really dive into your stuff for yourself and realize, okay, why is this working? Why is this not? Why is that? Um, some people just fall so easy to stuff online, as opposed to go doing their own research for themselves. A lot of people will just read what they see on the internet and believe it. And if you don't believe me, just go see what people do. A lot of people get their news from TikTok and Instagram
Yeah.
or just whatever. So I know there's real sources out there, but there's so much information out there. Sometimes I feel like people, instead of taking the initiative or diving into something deeper for themselves, they'll just take something on the surface level from somebody who looks like they know what they're doing and just run with it.
When you look at it that way, what advice would you give to someone that's trying to get into fitness and better themselves when, let's say, they go on YouTube where they start Googling stuff and all the information they're reading contradicts what they just read? Because that happened to me
Well,
personally.
we oh man, I was to look at the sources, things
Hmm.
like that. There's a lot of credible sources out there, and then worst from the worst, you can try it. I'm not saying this for supplements or something, but maybe for a workout or something. And
Yeah.
if it doesn't work for you, if it does work for you, you could do that way. If question, just what was the thing that you said that you read that was contradictory to what it was?
So when I first started like lifting as like a teenager, I would always learn that you either had to get really strong to build muscle, and so like you would have to like let's say build your bench up to like 2 plates to have a big chest or whatever. And then
Right.
on the contradictory side, it was like, no, you gotta go 3 sets of 12, time under tension, and go light weights. And it's just like I tried both and I got some results in different areas with both, but like I never got the complete package that way, you know?
Yeah, you gotta find that balance. That's what I say. You gotta find that balance. I want to say as much. Your feelings are valid to say it's not contradictory, but there's different ways to train and training for different
Mhm.
things. Like
Yeah.
my friends that powerlift, they're not gonna train how I train.
Mhm.
I don't bodybuild either. I mean, I guess that's what it was considered to be that, but we train completely different. And when you know what your goals are, what you're trying to get, then that'll help you and guide you in that direction of where you're trying to be at. For strength and power, those are like low reps and things, but a lot of weight, a lot of rest time. You will see size gains off of it, but if you're trying to, chisel your body and sculpt it and things like that. It's a whole lot of other things, like you mentioned, that you have
Yeah,
to take into account. But I would say, like I said, just trying things out for yourself and seeing how it works for you. Cause like everybody's body is different. We react to things differently. Yeah.
definitely. Another thing too was like a lot of people say you can't build muscle doing body weight, and then other people that only do body weight or they're jacked. So it's like, which one is it, you know? But I just, the way I look at it is, okay, well, that guy got jacked doing it, so I can assume it works in some way. You just have to do it the right way.
But it's also on the other side of eating and what are you doing outside of the gym? Because a lot of people,
Mm,
you can see somebody that's big, and, oh, they do this, they do that. Okay, but what are they eating? Are they natural or not? You see a lot of young kids on gear and stuff now. It's like,
mm,
what are y'all doing? But they look up to these people, and whether they say they're natural or not, they want to be like them. So much so that they'll go to those extreme measures without doing their research of
yeah.
what can happen doing these things. By the way, everybody, I'm natural. I don't on steroids or anything. I don't take
Mm.
nothing. I take creatine and protein. That's literally it. I eat a lot of food. There you go.
So I respect that. Another thing that I notice about your content on Instagram in particular is that your captions are always meant to help people in some way. They're not just like some bar from a song. So how do you think that's helped you provide value to your audience?
Funny you say that, 'cause I posted a bar from a song that
I
they
know,
actually.
I know, I seen
But
that. It's
but
so good.
but even then, even when I post like lyrics from a song, it has a meaning to it. So
Mm,
um, like today, it was like it said like they closed the doors, but I had the combination. So things come up in life. People shut you out. People will try to put stuff in your way to see if you're gonna go past it, or oh, this is gonna stop him. This is
mm,
ah, we go. So, but just with that, because people post pictures. Like I said, there's a bunch of people on the fitness world, whatever. They post pictures, they're flexing, they're doing whatever.
mm,
And it's all about, for me, like I said, I'm here to help people. I'm here to bring information and provide, knowledge to the people. So for me to post me just flexing and things, or making a video and just posting a song under it with nothing to give, it's like, okay, yeah, you look good, but what can I get from this?
yeah.
Whether that's trying to get to where I'm at, or just people that just genuinely want to learn something new,
Mhm.
whether that be for fitness or that just be a motivation, just a talking piece, just something, try to give people something to absorb. And plus, it's like things are in English and in Spanish. So, like one of my friends, he's low key learning some more Spanish through just my pages, what I got going on. So,
Yeah.
things like,
No, no, that's it. That must be hard to like always have to translate it though, no?
uh-uh,
No, it's fine.
not
Oh, okay.
even.
Okay. I don't know any other languages, so I'm just like, I'm new to
You don't
this.
speak French?
Nah, oui. That's about it.
That's all
Nah,
right.
bro. I probably know more Spanish than French, but I still can't speak it. So
Like,
yeah. But creating videos in both English and Spanish has helped you build a diverse community that's authentic to you. So was that always the goal when you first started?
man, so like I tell everybody, people think, oh, you always do Spanish, you always no. I grew up with my people speak Spanish. I didn't speak it, but I heard it, grew up around it,
Mm,
listen to music, things like that. But as far as speaking it, I had actually practiced that. So getting back into just the roots and knowing in my mind that, because I'm Afro Latino, so I'm black and Spanish as well. So being able, it's my people, my people. I got two minority groups. You feel me? Being able to reach as many people as I can. Why not use the language to my advantage, as well as continuing to practice speaking and things like that? And also, just because I can speak in the street or in the store or in a different country, whatever, this fitness language is completely different. That's a whole nother thing that
mhm.
I have never really tapped into. So I'm learning language about different words in Spanish in the gym. So
Yeah.
as I'm speaking, I'm also learning new words myself to help people. Because with the training thing that I do, the online coaching, I can reach more clientele because I
Mhm.
speak a different language, you know? So that wasn't my intention. I just wanted to use this platform as well as a fitness thing. I can also practice this language thing. And I can like, oh, I could do this too in another language. Just so if somebody really likes the content, they're like, but I don't understand. I can do it so you can understand it. You see, so
Yeah,
just helping more people. That's it, and then it just helps me tap into my roots, and I can help my people, and I can speak to my people at home and things like that. And so it's been a goal of mine to just be fluent. So why not?
definitely. You're a big advocate for your community and your heritage. And in one of your earlier videos, you were talking to a guy at the gym about how like the world can take away everything from you except for your knowledge. From your perspective, what's the best place to start for someone who wants to be real? Wow, I can't speak, my bad. What's the
You're
best
good.
place to start for someone who wants to read well or learns the history of specific topics about their background, things like that?
With the technology that we have, you got is it Chat GPT? You got
Hmm.
all these things you can use to, guide you in that right direction. Like I said, check the sources and things. Um, Go to a library. When was the last time you been to a library? Uh, they have online
Yeah.
places, online sources. Yeah, it's a lot. It's so many things you can do and research and look up now, and everything's at your fingertips. Like Amazon, you can get the next day delivery for a book if you want it.
Mhm.
Uh, there's online resources, like I said, you could read. There's different archives you could probably go to. If you go to a library or you look up something, you could probably find a place in your city or something that has, stacks of just different information and stuff. But like knowledge, you literally you can't once you learn something that's in your brain, they cannot take that out of you. So whatever you're instilling in yourself, whatever you're consuming every day, whatever it is, good or bad,
Mhm.
hey, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just big on it. I'm big on the knowledge thing because as much technology, as much resources, all the things that we do have at our fingertips, society and just the intellect is just wow. So,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Do you think it's
even
better to like read like everything or to actually understand just a few things?
uh that's a good question. And the more you know, the more you
Yeah.
know. But it depends. I mean, no, actually, no, because like knowing both sides of the story of something.
Mm.
Like knowing
Yeah.
one person tells you what they saw, and you're like, oh, you may have a skewed vision of whatever happened because you didn't hear the other side. But if you hear the other side, you're like, oh, maybe
Hmm.
they were in the wrong, and they're just trying to cover for themselves. If you read something like American history, a lot of that stuff is like that, but they ain't gonna tell
Yeah.
you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. So what's the most surprising thing that you've learned about your own heritage and background and stuff?
Man, so like the creation of the Panama Canal, like it was a lot. Like Panama they have so much culture there because of when the canal was created, and there's Koreans, there's Asians, there's Black people, there's so many. It's a culture. It's a big pot of culture down there. It's so much
Hmm.
stuff, and it's so interesting. You think like without that little canal, like before that little canal, and it's very interesting to me how I tell people like, where you from? My people in Panama, they were like, where is that? Like, this thing is so important. The country,
Yeah.
the canal, is so important. A lot of people only know just the canal, but then it's like, dude, this country is so rich of everything, and it's like y'all don't even know. People don't know the geography. They're like, let's see the flag. They're like, oh, that's Puerto Rico. No, that's Cuba.
Yeah.
Cuba. And then what's this? What is this flag right here? Nobody knows. And like I don't see a lot of Panamanians. Like so whenever I do meet one or come across one, it's like, oh, what's up? It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. So how much does your background influence your music taste?
man, that so like I said, since a kid, like my abuela, she always play salsa. So salsa, that's in man, it's in my blood. I ain't gonna lie. But like,
Yeah.
um, the rhythm of the sounds, but even that goes back to Africa. I listen to everything. I'm very
Mhm.
open-minded when it comes to music. I love hearing different sounds. Like I listen to everything except for like hardcore rock and
Yeah, I'm the
I
same way. Yeah.
EDM does not do it for me. I can't do it. That little I can't. House music, I can't. I'm telling you, I cannot do it. That stuff make look, I'm getting mad thinking about it. I can't.
No, you good, bro.
House music is so bad. I can't, man. It's just
So you know, like honestly, never mind by Drake then?
no,
No, okay, it's all good.
no.
You good. You can
It's so
continue.
much music out there. Like I'll tell you too. A lot of people you ask them, like ask somebody next time you speak. Just ask them. So who's your go-to artist, or who do you like to listen
Mhm.
to musically, and just see what people say. And I found out that a lot of people don't have their own music taste. They
Mhm.
just listen to what's popular.
Mhm.
They haven't dug into, indie music or rock or alternative or whatever. There's so much music. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then, like you said, with the music taste, so um, being able to have the English as well as the Spanish, there's so much music that's just there. And then also, even though I don't speak French, I like listening to French music.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is hard.
Yeah, French music
So
is really good.
just
Yeah.
ponder everywhere.
Okay, I just
So
thought this question now, kind of putting you on the spot here, but oh, so between English and Spanish music, which language comes up with the best bars?
hey, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so okay. Every artist, every both languages, they have their equal. You got the people they barred up, they got their stuff, but also on the English side as well. Uh, who? Dang, bro, that's a tough question. I ain't gonna lie because this. But I'm gonna say okay, just because. Damn, that's a tough
Bro.
question.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
got
say,
you.
okay, I'm gonna say for myself, I'm gonna go with English just because of the hip hop scene and how deep that goes. You got the underground, you got all this stuff. So I'm gonna go with hip
Mhm.
hop for the like that, especially on like the New York scene, the New York underground rap
Okay.
scene. That's raw. So I'm gonna go with that. But how it
Okay.
sounds and comes out,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Spanish because it just sounds better. To be honest, but now I'm gonna have to go English because there's so many artists that I know. Like you got like Rock Marciano, you got Crime. Well, Crime Apple, he's actually Colombian. So I mean, I guess there's so many artists that got so many bars and things in English. And I studied up on them, but just I'm just so into like the underground rap scene with bars. I'd rather listen to lyrics as opposed to the production side of everything. A lot of people
Mhm.
say, "Well, just listen to the." No, I want to hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say English, but it sounds better in Spanish.
Yeah. All right. Well, on top of being a fitness creator, you own a clothing brand. So what has been the biggest hurdle that you've had trying to build this brand?
And starting, it's cliche, but literally,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this as a kid, and that's why I say it's more important than like the fitness thing I got going on. Just having my own thing, calling my own after all this time. I got people buying my drawings on clothes and representing what this high risk, this altos riesgos thing, and what it stands for. It's like, oh, it's a art like something that I drew a long time ago, and now it's on clothes and people want to buy. Like what? But I say
Mhm.
starting because just sitting here, I have all these doubts, just like, what do I want to do? Should I do it?
Yeah.
Should I not do it? Teeter tottering, and I'm good at it. I'm
Mhm.
very indecisive. So just making that point to like, you know what? Do it. What's the worst thing that can happen?
You say that it's been a dream of yours since you were young. So what's like the whole meaning behind the clothing brand?
And so altos riesgos just means high risks. And like I said, so tying it in, I had it at first thought about it. It was like, all right, what's gonna be the name of this thing? You gotta have a catchy name. What's the meaning of it?
Mhm.
I'm like, all right. So I know I speak English already. I was like, high risk clothing. Eh, you put it in Spanish, it's not so much better.
Yeah,
So
it does. It
um
does.
taking that risk and just high risk overall, man. I would say being a minority in the world, man, and being a double minority at that. Like high risk going outside, everybody going outside every day. You may not make it back to the house. And
Mhm.
this is just speaking in general, but especially for the minorities, just all the stuff we've seen, all the stuff through history that we know about, it's just bound to repeat itself over and over and over and over.
Mhm.
Women, high risk, just being a woman in society, they go through a lot and been going through a lot. So,
Mhm.
being a minority in the States, being a minority in other countries, just you trying to chase this dream you got. You trying to get this new job. You may have to sacrifice some things. It's a lot of stuff involved in it, but is it worth it? Yes, every time.
Mhm.
Taking that chance on yourself, man. Because I feel like a lot of people, even myself, self-doubt is very big. And I could say, I put on this thing, I have this or oh, he's just so confident. You have to practice that and get there, because I
Mhm.
still deal with it every day. Like, damn, I'm not doing enough. Or, damn, I don't think like I do it self doubt a lot, but just blocking that out, that little person just in you, you're not good enough, or whatever it is
Mhm.
that's saying. It's like, you know what? I am enough. I'm good enough. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna take the risk. I don't care. Not that I don't care, but we're gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
Yourself. That's really the overarching thing. taking that risk, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, the way I see it is like if you don't even take action towards it, you just 100% guarantee yourself to fail
For
because you
sure.
you just
100%.
fail by default. So you know,
Yes. So why not fail by trying? You have that
exactly.
opportunity. You never know what can happen from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So since the whole brand is about um being a risk taker, what
Uh-huh.
has been the biggest risk that you've taken building the brand?
Money. Because you gotta spend money to make
Hmm.
money. And everything starting out, you're gonna lose money. So, man, you lose some money.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still got bills to pay, guys. It's like, you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. You're going to fight a little bit. It's like, I'm making ends meet. We'll see, but
Mhm.
it's something bigger that's coming. I'm gonna make it back. It's just having the long-term thought, something just take that short hit, but just know it'll come back. And it's all a learning process too. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that you gotta have a plan. You go in a war blind, you ain't gonna make it. So
Yeah,
in anything, it could be for business, whatever plan written down of what's gonna go on. You don't go in blind.
definitely.
Yeah, the money thing for sure.
Yeah. So now getting on to like some workout stuff and fitness stuff that people can take. Um, you obviously lift weights in like 90% of your workouts. So I want to know, do you still do body weight movements consistently on top of your lifts?
Yep. Like pull-ups for sure, push-ups, dips. I do all these things either before or after my workouts. Pistol squats, lunges, the look, all about mobility. Like I played sports before I was even lifting weights and things like super crazy. So I know it's important to be able to move, because
Yeah.
as humans, we are meant to move. You look back in history, we're not meant to be these big blocks of muscle. We were
Hmm.
lean. We ran a lot. We were always on our feet, moving around. And you watch like kids that play. How they get this squat for hours just playing with things, and they can sit crisscross applesauce, and they can do all these things that just limber. But that's just because that's how their joints are. But then you get older, you get old, you don't stretch, you don't move, you stop moving, or. And I know you've seen like bodybuilders and people that just look like this, and you say their name, and they're like,
Yeah,
or
they have no neck.
you don't
Yeah.
want to be that way. So for me, adding those functional movements, pull up, things like that, just regular movements, running, doing different things. You said you do yoga. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing all those things will help you to be able to move and like stay in your, just keep motion and fluidity within your body. And it's
Hmm.
just good. Like you can move. It's impressive to move hella weight. Okay, cool. But can you do a pull up?
Exactly. Yeah.
People move all this weight, but you can't move your own body weight. How that work?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
no, I hear that. You do like say if you work out, let's say like in the morning or afternoon, you then go home at night and do like push-ups and stuff still, or you just do it while you're at the gym?
I do while I'm at the gym, but I make sure like if it's for a warm up or something, I'll do. It'll be a good amount of that exercise. So if I'm doing push ups, it'll be okay. I'm warm up. I got. It. I don't put and the thing is I don't post it on the clip.
Hmm.
It's just like you may do like 4 or 5 sets of 25 or 30. You go ahead and knock them out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a full workout. Like if you're asking if I have a full workout routine of bodyweight movements, no, I just
Mhm.
incorporate those in my training. So
Okay.
that's yeah.
For somebody that might have a lagging muscle group,
Mhm.
what is the best approach to building said muscle group?
Depending on your split, whatever you have going on, I
Mhm.
would say you want to attack that muscle first when you have the most energy because you can put the most energy into it. So, for example, if you run, I don't know, if you do chest and back, right?
Mhm.
You want to work out chest first. Don't do back first. You want to do chest. Um, get those muscles tired while they have the most energy stores because if you want to do back first and then do chest, you're not gonna. You're gonna go hard, but you won't have as much energy to give out to that. You know what I'm saying? You want to hit your lagging muscle groups first and hit them at least like twice a week. Also, you can do the isometric or unilateral movements I was talking about. I made a couple posts about them. Um, that's for like imbalances, but also just for if you're just a lagging part that
Mhm.
keeps cables or things like that. They keep constant tension on the muscle, so it's always being worked. Um, if you do have imbalances, we all have them. But like if you have, let's say, what's the word? Oh, like a one side stronger than another.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh, whenever I do like isometrics, unilateral movements, I always start with the weaker side. So if
Okay.
I'm right side, say if I'm doing bicep curls, my right bicep is smaller than my left bicep. That's just how it is. So I'll go right hand curls, then go left hand curls, and then do some more right hand curls, or just doing extra reps. And over time, slowly, it'll just you're playing catch up, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not about I'm not competing or doing anything like that. It's just trying to get back to trying to get symmetry as much as you can. And just getting strength overall in general. Um, being aware. Also, like in the store, like
Mhm.
you carry groceries in your weak hand.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's little things you don't even think about. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
you carry luggage or you carry backpacks or you carry uh whatever it is that you're carrying, just try to do it with the opposite side. You never know. There's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
True. Do you believe in like pre-exhausting muscles to like that way when you go into like a big lift you can feel it more?
Yeah, but you better be careful.
Okay. Okay.
Like if you wanna, I do it to warm up sometimes. Like to warm
Okay.
up the muscles to make sure there's blood there. Like
Yeah.
for leg day, you do your quad extensions and calf raises to warm your ankles up and your hamstrings to get like a cushion. But that will help bring blood flow to your knees and ankles and things, so you have better range of mobility, better range of mobility, better mobility or range of motion.
Yeah, yeah.
But then on your big lifts, just make sure the weight is adjusted correctly, because if you already depleted your storages a little bit because you're doing those pre-exhaust. So just make sure you're careful and just monitor what you have going on. If you can push yourself, continue, but just be aware of what's going on. You know.
Have you ever heard of Alex Hormozy? He's like a entrepreneur that's been pumping out content lately. No? Okay. I mentioned him because I came across a clip where he was saying like one, you want to make sure that the pricing of whatever service you're offering is high enough that when people buy into it, they take it seriously. And then two, like you were saying, like say if you're a coach or whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that you're holding yourself accountable because the better results they have, the better testimonials you'll have, and then it just grows the brand that way. So I mean, I'm sure that's crossed your mind, but is there anything that you've done to like really emphasize on that?
I posted a testimonial I think a couple weeks ago.
Mm,
Uh, letting the work speak for itself. And that's the thing when you're starting out, especially with this training thing. I don't have any prior people to show, hey, I did this, or I helped them do this, I helped them do that. I don't have any of that. So really, it's on the strength of I'm gonna trust what you got going on
mm,
for right now. I'm getting more testimonials and more photos and transformations and things like that.
yeah.
But starting out is the hardest part. But just letting the work speak for itself. It's not a you can say what you can say. Oh, I do this, I do that, I do this. But it's like, okay. Where's your work at?
Mm,
Tattoo artist. Because
yeah.
I'm a tattoo artist. Okay, where's your work?
Yeah.
If you ain't got nothing to show for it, then I ain't getting tatted by you. So
Yeah.
same thing. And everything in time too. Like I told my clients, so I said, look, I know this. I just started. I may not be the best, but I'm gonna give you my best. And that's what it's gonna be. We're gonna get better as time goes, but
Mm,
that's in anything. But as long as you're putting your best foot forward in anything that you do, and you gave it your best effort, I feel like nothing but good can come from it.
yeah.
Even if it's a learning experience.
Yeah. No, for sure. Um, yeah, it's kind of like a catch 22 where you need like results to sell people, but like you don't have people like results to show people, you know? It's like getting
Yeah.
a job. It's like you need a good resume,
How you
but
get
you
rid of it?
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
But,
that must be I mean, I guess for you it's not like crazy difficult because you built a good genuine community and like you show people like every week how you're building your own body. So I
yeah.
mean, like obviously you know what you're talking about, but say if somebody didn't have that community and that following, what would you recommend them to do?
And I would say you're gonna have to build a community, or if you want to get into a gym, like training in person and things like that. I want to get into
Mhm.
that as well sooner or later. But going to a gym and maybe you could start doing classes, right? So instead of
Mhm.
I'm gonna be a trainer at the gym, if nobody knows you, you can do a class, offer a class, and that's. I don't know how many people come to the class, but you go to the class, run the class, people are gonna like the class, and then you could be like, hey, or they'll maybe come to you. Do you do personal training? Do you do this? And then you can build your clientele that way.
Mhm.
Just another route you could do. Word of mouth, going to gym, just asking, putting little note card, not note cards, business cards, flyers out. Um, being in the fitness scene, just going where people maybe needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a coach or whomever, any entrepreneur that you want, you are your biggest promoter. Just humble beginnings. You have to just respect. You have to start. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And going from there. That's it. And believing in
Exactly.
yourself enough to keep going, regardless of what's going on.
Definitely. Well, that's a perfect segue because my next couple questions are about like the your mentality behind working out, building brands, all that stuff. This one's more geared towards like body dysmorphia and working out. So one of your captions where it was like a body transformation, you said that you still feel like that skinny kid that you used to be. So for a lot of people that have made progress, even if it's not just fitness, but even in business or relationships, how do you get over that imposter syndrome or that image of who you used to be?
Like I said, taking progress pictures
Hmm.
or go back if you wrote your plans down of where you wanted to go. And I actually, it's crazy you said that because I said it today. One of my what's her name? She posted something about it. I'm gonna shout her out on here just
Okay.
because she is it's at KB period fit period underscore cat, and she made a post that was like, you worried about you're stressing about right now where you're at, but then you think about where you were 5 years ago.
Hmm.
You were asking to be in this position, or your person 5 years ago is so proud of where you're at right now. And I was talking about it today on my recordings when I was at the gym. It really dawned on me because like I said, like I told you, I was taking a little break from all this stuff. Just was all was going on. I was like, man, uh, so much has happened, but it's just like from where you came from to where you're at now, the progress is crazy. That'd be mentally, physically, whatever. And
Yeah.
it's just being present, understanding that everybody runs their own race. Like it's because so and so maybe blew up real quick and you taking a little longer to get there, or you're not there, but you think your stuff is better than them or whatever. Just dead all that, because the
Mhm.
only competition that you have is the one in the mirror. That's it. So don't try to run somebody else's race. You got to run your own race. Just keep being persistent, keep doing the things that you're doing, and don't forget to give yourself flowers for the things that you do. I know I don't do that myself.
Yeah.
Reward yourself for your little wins, little victories and big victories. Giving yourself credit.
Mhm.
I'm hard on myself a lot. I always feel like I'm not doing enough and things like that. But it's just looking back, like I told you, I've been doing a lot of reflecting. It's like, man, you did a lot. You're doing a lot, but just I don't know, just the self doubt. And I keep bringing self doubt because that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but this just knowing that you are making that progress, and if you don't see it, people see it, and you never know who's watching you. You
Mhm.
know, so just to have the negativity and things, you never know what can happen. Like tomorrow could be the day that just changes your life. Just you don't know. Or like I say, just you can reach one person to be better, just be inspired, or just help them out of a dark place. You're winning. It's not
Yeah.
about the numbers and things like that. It's about helping people. If that's genuinely what you're about, for
Mhm.
myself, I can say I'm trying to help people. Like I got some DMs today, bro. You inspired me, bro. Like, hey, I did this, I did. That means more than that's man. Just knowing I can help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah. That's something I do. I kind of do it a little differently though, where like I have a whiteboard in my room right now. So I'll write, let's say before when I was making TikTok videos, I'd write TikTok. And then in my head, I have the goal, but I focus on the next step. So let's say I'm at 0 followers. I'm like, all right, let me get one. And then after I get one, I check it off. I'm like, okay, look, I did that. And then I got to a point where it's like 10,000, 30,000. So I'm seeing that and that builds a belief in myself whenever I'm, I don't know, down or whatever. I find that's more effective for me than writing, okay, I want 1 million followers by this date. Like,
yeah. Nah, you got it. No, exactly what you're doing. Exactly, you're doing it right.
yeah.
Whatever works for you. You know what I'm saying? And don't erase it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
You have to leave it there. You can't say. And I think that takes your progress.
Hmm.
Oh, you made it. Like say you got zero, and then you made it to what I'm saying 100,000, but
Yeah.
you erased the 10, the 15, the 50, the 100, the 200, the 500.
Yeah.
You erased all this. You can't see how far you came. You just see
Exactly.
100,000. It's like, oh, I got 100,000. When you had you, that's a lot of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
having that visual of, damn, I did that. Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. I find another thing for me personally is sometimes I beat myself up for who I used to be instead of just being like, well, I had to be that in order to be who I am now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, like, oh, you changed. Oh, you don't do
mhm.
this. Oh, you don't do that. Like, I know. man, look where I'm at now. Look what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to be who I was no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's just being real with yourself and understanding like that's not you. You made that change. Now keep moving forward with it. You gain
mhm,
nothing from looking behind you. Go forward.
exactly. Yeah. So a big thing I notice in myself and other content creators is that in the beginning, their approach is more quantity based than quality based. And so in relation to fitness, it's kind of similar how we were mentioning before. You just have to start. You like walk, do push-ups, do pull-ups. If you have a gym membership, just start doing stuff safely.
Yeah.
But for you, what was the turning point in your fitness journey? One that switch flipped and you went from like quantity to quality workouts.
Man, like I said, I've always been in the gym. The hardest part for me, just like a lot of other people, is the nutrition and
Mhm.
sleep and the recovery part of it all. And so not even just before the content creation and things like that, just for myself getting the turn point for my fitness, like you said in the question, I don't want to relate my personal fitness journey to the content because I really genuinely feel like I was never one to put out I was never one to put out bad content. You understand?
Mhm. Yeah.
I feel like content is the because if you go through and you look at all the content through the time, as well, I also don't delete anything. You can see the progression of your content through the time.
Yeah.
But the moment that I had, like not even last year, I was going out a lot. I was just doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing. I ran a lot, did a lot of calisthenics, but I didn't like how I felt. I didn't like how I looked. My clothes were super big on me. Um, and I went in the mirror one day. I remember and it was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're searching for something, but you can't find it. You don't know what it is. And I realized, it was the gym. Like I
Mhm.
missed going to a gym. And people can say, oh, well, you got the home gym, or oh, you got this gym or like that gym. But it's something about being in a gym environment. Well, for me personally, that just changes everything for me, you
Mhm.
know. And I think that was what I don't know, I think that's what it was. And once I got locked in on that, I was able to get back in my routine of lifting how I really lift and things like that. And then I really sat down and was like, okay, you need to eat, you need to go to sleep. That's all I'm posted I made is like, you're not missing nothing at nighttime. Go to bed.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like once I locked in on sleep and eating, like people are like, oh, you're on steroids. You can't gain that much muscle. You can't do that. And no, yes, you can. Well, I
Yeah.
can say you can, but I did. But here's the things that I did to do that, or this
Yeah.
was me. And literally, it was sleeping and eating, and it's all about high metabolism. Me too. You have to
Mhm.
eat. Hey, want
Yeah.
me to
Yeah.
eat more? I don't know what to tell you because hey, I have the same excuses that I hear all the time. It's just like you gotta be real with yourself. You know,
Yeah. No, exactly.
I was in the mirror one day and was like, bro, what is this? I got
Yeah.
right. That was it. And
Okay.
then having the diary on the Instagram to track and make sure that I was going to the gym and doing what I needed to do.
Mhm.
That's how it all ties in together. And also, too, when you talk about the sense with incense thing, that's also like I say I help use that to help people, but also it's
Yeah.
kind of a talking piece for myself.
Okay.
Like, so if you need like something for motivation, you need something for whatever, or you're feeling down, whatever it is, you click on it. It's like, okay, just listen to yourself talk. I should go back and
Yeah.
watch them. You can see in my face too, it's skinny.
Yeah. 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 I did notice that. Yeah.
My face is like for real. You can see it. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's why I like having this because you can go back and look and be like, dang, yeah, shirts, everything. You can just see it,
Mhm.
like it's all of that. So it's not just I'm out here telling you. I'm just saying this stuff to people on the net, and I know it's real. You
Mhm.
know, but yeah.
Awesome. So every time we have a guest on the show, we always ask one final question. It's kind of deep, so you can keep it as simple or speak as long as you want. Um, what is the legacy that you want to create for yourself, for your clothing brand, and for your fitness page?
All right, so the legacy you want to leave, just knowing that
So I had to hit you with a deep question, bro.
yeah, just knowing that. Hmm, okay, you just tie with the saturation through all the saturation and all of the BS and all the people that have malintentions trying to get in this arena of it all. Like, okay, he was one that was genuine, and he You know what I'm saying? He spoke, he lived what he preached what he
Yeah,
walked by what he said. Like his
yeah.
actions aligned, if not went further than what he was saying he was doing. He was saying he promotes and things like that. And just knowing that is bigger to me. So whenever I mean the content ain't gonna stop coming, but just
Mhm.
knowing that what I'm putting out is genuinely what I'm wanting to put out, and it's not like oh, it's he's just trying to do this to do that or do this. That's like, nah, it's all mine. The legacy is just to know that when you go to this page, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna get some information, you're gonna have a good time on the page. Just you're gonna see a whole lot of diverse content,
Mhm.
and just the dude lived what he said, and he didn't have malintentions. He didn't have like a underlying what's the word? Underlying agenda as to what was
Yeah,
going on. He's promoting and things like that. That's it.
definitely. Well, as someone that watches your content all the time, I would like to say that that's what I get from your content. So that's a good sign. Um, so just wrapping up now, if you want to, I'm gonna link everything in the description, but if you just want to tell people the services that you offer and where to follow you.
Oh man, so y'all can follow me on. I don't use Twitter, but
Mhm.
I had to make a Twitter so one could impersonate me on Twitter. Cause
Okay.
so all my
Yeah.
handles on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is the Fit King. So it's TheFitKingG. It's two G's. There's no underscore. There's no numbers. There's no hyphens. None of that. The Fit King with two G's. And I do offer online coaching. So if you want to get coached, you want some help, you want some whatever you need, if you struggle with nutrition, if you struggle with programming your workouts, if you struggle with gaining weight, you struggle with losing weight, you just don't know what the hell you're doing, but you're trying to get some type of guidance, you're trying to get some type of structure. You can hit the link in my bio, fill out the application, and then we can talk. Yeah. Thank you for just extend my hand. Thank you for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Great,
for sure. Yeah,
good, great questions.
appreciate it. I
About
appreciate that.
internet issues and things, but yeah, man, a good time.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one.